Hi, this is Mike Williams, and I wanted to take a little bit of time with you to answer some of the Facebook questions that have been sent to my Facebook account. First question is from Carl. His title, Can We All Just Get Along? As long as I can remember, the Don seems to have a difficult time getting along with the mayors in the cities that closely surround Akron. Any chance in you working more closely with these mayors, if you are, and in parentheses, sorry, I meant to say when you are elected? Well, Carl, first of all, I have a good relationship with those mayors. I think probably the most obvious conflict is with Mayor Don Robart of Cuyahoga Falls. And I've always thought it was pretty ridiculous for the mayors of the two largest cities in Summit County to not have cordial and constant communication between each other. Well, we share a border, we share common issues, we share common concerns. So I can assure you that I will work with these mayors and the other mayors and the township trustees, many of whom have been personally called names by Mayor Pasquale, and we can't have that kind of relationship. We are too close, our destinies are intertwined, and we have to work together to resolve our common issues and common concerns. It would be nice if problems just stayed on one side of the border or the other. They don't. And we have to work cooperatively together to deal with those issues. So thank you, Carl, for that question. Our next question is from Cynthia. Cynthia says, hello, Mike. My concern is bus transportation. On Saturdays and Sundays, bus service is limited. Can we get some later bus service? A lot of folks lost jobs because of no transportation. Second shifters would appreciate it. Barberton, Fairlawn, Cuyahoga Falls, just to say just a few. Well, Cynthia, the whole issue of public transportation is a complex one in which probably the city has the least amount of input into that. I think you're aware that our Metro bus service is primarily funded through federal funds. We do have local levy that supports the bus system here in Summit County, and I just want you to know that I have always supported Metro bus service. I still recall when I lived in Callis Tower over by Channelwood Village, and the transmission failed in my car. Metro was there for me to help me get to work. So I understand how important public transportation is to many, many individuals here in Akron, and particularly because many of the new jobs are outside of Akron in the northern part of the county. Transportation is absolutely critical for those individuals to get there. What I will place to you is that I will work closely with Metro and the general manager there, Bob Pav, and the board to seek as much federal funding as we possibly can, working with our congresspeople to make sure that those individuals who need bus transportation, and folks, those of you out there that don't currently use the bus system, let me tell you, it can happen to you real quick when you do need to use the bus system. And certainly with gas prices fluctuating like they have, and if they get up into like they are in Europe and other places around the world, we certainly, all of us, will be looking at public transportation in a new light, and we need to have and support our public transportation, particularly for those who need it now, but also in the future. That is a strong part of our economic effort here, is making sure people can get to those jobs that are out there. And so it's very important that we support our bus system. So thank you, Cynthia, for that question. Our next question is a combination question. It's from Hot Fries and Denise, and they're both having questions about Rolling Acres Mall. I'll read the first one from Hot Fries. What's your plans for getting jobs and people to return to Akron? And second question, what's your idea for Rolling Acres Mall, as it was the newest mall built newest mall built? And then the last question, what do you intend to do about ridding the city of crime? So there's 3 questions there. And Denise's question, I agree with Hot Fries. Rolling Acres would create a lot of jobs. My first employment and many others until college. Possible help with crime, mostly drug selling teens who can't get jobs. So with this question, first of all, let's talk about Rolling Acres Mall. I think we all see at this point that it is not viable as a mall. Basically, the Rolling Acres area has been surrounded by Walmarts, and we have the Montrose area, we have other areas, and if you paid attention to retail in the Akron area and also in northeastern Ohio, basically it hasn't grown a lot. It's basically moved from one place to another. And I too remember Rolling Acres in its heyday. I remember when you couldn't get up the road to get to Rolling Acres because of the traffic at that mall, particularly during the holiday season. I remember going to Summit Mall, which was almost desolate at that point in time, but you can see how the investment that was put in the Summit Mall and its close proximity to the Montrose area has enabled it to survive and prosper. I think the best use for Rolling Acres Mall is to convert that to light industrial and basically use it as an economic driver for additional jobs here in our community. Now Rolling Acres Mall is kind of complex in that the owner of the mall right now only owns the interior, the hallways, the stores that run along the hallways, but not the big boxes. Now I think you know, and most of us know, that Sears is closed. Penny's, if it hasn't closed, the outlet store, it is slated to close. So all of the big boxes are closed at this point in time. So it's possible now to combine all of that under one ownership, and then hopefully we can see some redevelopment of that area. We have a brand new bus station that is up there, which would be absolutely perfect for bus transportation for people to get to new jobs. And I think you've seen some of the conversion of the storefronts and the stores across the street from Rolling Acres Mall. Most of that has gone into light industrial. So I think we have the potential for growth there and the potential for much needed jobs in that area. I pledge to work with whoever's in control of the mall up there to try to do things that will assist them in converting that mall to some meaningful job opportunities for Akronites. In terms of crime, obviously we have had a situation here in Akron in which the current mayor has been at war with the police department. That war will officially cease when I am sworn into office next year. I'll be working closely with our police department, developing a good relationship with them so that we as partners can begin to strategize and do a more effective job in dealing with crime here in our community. The economy and the crime are kind of two things that run together, and we have to work at both of those. But clearly we have a police department that has been unappreciated and unsupported and has been left without leadership up until recently here for a 3-year period. So it's incumbent upon us to work with the police department, support the police department, and start doing and implementing community policing and some of the other ideas that are out here to better serve the citizens of Akron. We can make a dent in this crime and change some of the perspectives in our community, but we have to work together, and there also has to be a strengthening of the relationship between citizens across this city and the police department, so that citizens and the police working together can rid many of our communities of the high levels of crime that are existing out there.